Identifying the suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Hi guys, my name is Barry and welcome back to my Paranormal Activity movie reviews. Today we're going to be ranking all the Paranormal Activities from worst to best. And at number 7 is Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. This is the only movie in this franchise that I don't like. The rest of them I do like, but this one is the one that I just don't like. And the biggest issue for me with this one is they try to show us what we're supposed to be scared of. Instead of making us imagine it by ourselves, they decide, let's do the 3D gimmick and let's show you what these people are scared of. And that was the biggest issue for me. One thing that I do like about Paranormal Activity movies is we don't see what it is that we're scared of. We let our imaginations run wild. But with the Ghost Dimension, they try and force feed us everything, and that's why it's in last place. And at number 6 is Paranormal Activity 4. I think that one of the biggest issues for me with this one is the first 3 movies were so good that it's hard to top what we saw in the first 3 movies. So Paranormal Activity 4 was always destined to fail, especially since it had mostly new cast members in it as well. You know, we do get Katie back, which is a good thing, but she can't hold the movie forever. She can't hold the series forever. They have to move forward with it. But I think with Paranormal Activity 4, they moved back a level. And at number 5 is Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones. Now, even though this isn't anywhere near the top of my list, this is probably the most surprising one in the series, because I wasn't expecting much from it, because again, this one is like a spin-off of the Paranormal Activity series. But the reason it's included in this is because it's more than just a spin-off. It was almost just like a sequel. And the best part of this movie was the last 10 minutes. You know, when they go to the witch's house, everything comes back to you as a viewer. You're like, oh my goodness, this is the grandmother's house. And then you see that this is actually a prequel to the previous movies, because this is the setup for the very first Paranormal Activity movie. And I think the twist ending was quite shocking and surprising for me, and I really liked it. When you see Mika and Katie coming down the stairs, and that is the basis for the end of Paranormal Activity 1. So that was a great twist. So I really like this part. And at number 4 is Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. This is the newest one in the franchise. And I did do the movie review for this, and I mentioned that it's not really a Paranormal Activity movie. If I ranked it as a paranormal movie, it would be dead last, because it had nothing to do with the Paranormal Activity movies. But I had to mark this movie and rate it on its own merits. Remove the Paranormal Activity name and just think of it as a movie of its own. But it is part of the franchise, and it is better than the movies that I've just mentioned before. So it's it's middle of the road for me. And at number 3 is Paranormal Activity 2. I think this is the one that gets the most stick in the franchise, because it just didn't live up to the first movie. And no, it doesn't live up to the first movie, but it's a really good continuation of the story, and it builds upon the story of the Paranormal Activity series, or at least the first 3 or 4 movies. So I think this is a decent sequel. It doesn't live up to the first one, but it's still a decent movie. And at number 2 is Paranormal Activity, the very first one in the franchise. This might be a shock to some people, because this will be number 1 in a lot of people's paranormal lists, but it's not number 1 for me. It's a fantastic movie. It was a very scary movie. I think the cinema experience was really good as well, but not a lot happens in the film. Yes, it's good that you don't see a lot, but not a lot happens, and that is a good thing. It's just not number 1 on the list, but it is a unique movie. It is the one that started them all, and it's still a great movie. So it's one that I will always hold dear to my heart. It's just not number 1. And then number 1 is Paranormal Activity 3. This is a fantastic movie. This is head and shoulders above the first movie, and that I thought that would have been hard to do. But what they do in this one is they take everything that was good about the first movie, and then they bring it back to 1988. They give us the old VHS style tapes, the old camcorders. We don't get the great technology. And then also what they do is they include children in it. Now, there's nothing scarier than seeing children walking about, being possessed, talking to ghosts. That chills me to the bone. So when you incorporate all of that into a movie like Paranormal Activity, you get pure gold. So that is my ranking for the Paranormal Activity movies, guys. I wanted to make it as short as possible because obviously I've just done the movie reviews for them, and you can watch my movie reviews if you want to see me go more in depth on the movies. But that is my ranking. The worst one in the franchise is The Ghost Dimension, and the best one is Part 3. So what is your ranking of the Paranormal Activity franchise, guys? I'd love to know that. Leave your comments down below and let me know where obviously Next of Kin ranks in the franchise. And as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.